Welcome, welcome everyone. And if everyone could mute themselves just because I did start a recording. So when we're done, we will have a recording of this and I'll be able to send that out to you if you need to review it. We could also do one-on-one appointments. So I believe everybody that's currently in the meeting is in my pod. So you guys would talk to me, but we could also do this one-on-one. So we're going to go into MyCVScom. You guys know I always do like to remind everyone we're not going to go into Realogy. We're going to go into MyCVScom and we're going to click on the InTouch tab. Clicking on that, excuse me, is going to send us directly into our particular account. And from there, the very first thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that our account is set up correctly. Everything that's in our account is going to feed through to all of our marketing pieces, all of our contact information on our website. So everything that we do through InTouch for our website, through any marketing pieces, whether they're direct mail or emails or drip market campaigns, it's all going to feed through our account. So we're going to click on, I'll make this a little bit larger to see it. We're going to click on the account up here in the top right-hand corner on that blue menu bar. And once I click on that, you're going to see it's going to make me toggle down now underneath my photo. If you don't have a photo, don't worry, we'll get to that too. Under account administration, you're going to see my account. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. And that's going to pull up our main account information. So there are several things on this page. We're just going to go through piece by piece. The first part is all of our information. So we can hit this blue edit button here at the top of the screen, and that's going to give us the ability to go in and make corrections or update anything that we need. The very first thing that you're going to see is a display name. So this is used on your website, on your marketing pieces. Now it does say you can include nicknames or team names. The one thing that you want to be very, very sure of is that you have your name. If you are a Maryland licensed real estate agent, your name does have to appear exactly the way that it appears on your real estate license, except for the middle initial. So it gets a little confusing. On my real estate license, I'm Angela M. Myers, but I have Angie in parentheses. I paid the big bucks, the $25, so that I could be Angie. That means that I can market myself as Angie. If I don't have Angie on my real estate license and it just says Angela M. Myers, I have to have Angela on all of my marketing. That means all of my digital, all of my print, my marketing, my advertising, anything that I do in a real estate capacity must have the name as it's written on my license. So you just want to be very careful. Even though the system says you can use your nickname, we want to make sure that we're following Maryland real estate law, or if you're in Virginia or DC, I believe it is the same. Display name here, if I wanted to add something, let's say I wanted to say that I'm also field marketing specialist, or I wanted to say realtor, I could do that. Where this may come in is I can say that I am a realtor, and then over here for my title, I am a salesperson. The only two recognized titles per the Maryland Real Estate Commission are salesperson and associate broker. I will go out on a ledge and say I've never seen them yet come after somebody for having realtor. You do have to be a salesperson or an associate broker to be a realtor. But as it stands, and you can go to their site, you can call the Maryland Real Estate Commission salesperson and associate broker are the ones that they recognize. So another place that you can find some of the marketing compliance rules when you're setting all these things up. I do have a tab on my website. It does say marketing compliance, and it is going to send you to the links for the Maryland Real Estate Commission. You can send things to me if you need approval. I am the compliance police. Marketing and advertising are considered the same thing to the Real Estate Commission, and there is this lovely advertising checklist. So if you do click that link, you will see here, and we can make this a little bit bigger. Again, name of licensee, does the advertisement or your marketing include the full name of your license, of your full name as it appears on your real estate license? You'll see here license category. It does have to include, the only options include salesperson, associate broker, or broker. They do not recognize sales associate. So they actually spell that out right here. So that's just something, if you need that, I can send it to you. Just be cautious of that. But again, I can have this here because I'm going to have my title here and it's going to work out. I'm not allowed to have those because I am a field marketing specialist. So I'm going to put that back there. That way they don't come after me. Now you can include your license if you would like. The only states right now that require that are California and Hawaii, but you are able to put that there if you would like. If you're on a team, you can check that button. Excuse me. If your team is set up correctly in InTouch, all of that information will kind of correlate in the background. If not, you guys can reach out to me. I can help with that. Any designations you can put here. Do make sure that you have the little registered symbol if you need it. ABR has that, SRES has that. If you're not sure if your designation has that, you can just type in NAR designations in Google. Well, you're going to see right here designations and certifications from the National Association of Realtors, and you will see ABR does have that little registered symbol. So I'm actually going to cheat a little bit, and I'm just going to copy that registered symbol. I can take that back here. I can just paste that in. I do know that SRES has it as well. And I will let you know that I always recommend putting them in alphabetical order, as does the NAR. So again, you can go through all of the different, you'll see, you know, GRI, everyone thinks that has it, but it doesn't have it on the initials. But you can go in, you can add those. Make sure as well that you are only adding the ones that you currently have. Some designations are evergreen, you earn them, you have them forever, and others you have to pay an annual membership like dues or fee for that. If you haven't paid for that, you're not allowed to use it. So just make sure that you're doing everything ethically and it's kosher. Not to say that you will get fined, but sometimes you potentially could. Over here on the right-hand side, you'll see again your phone numbers, your cell phone number, your office number. So just make sure that you have that. You can use the dots, you can use the hyphens. I just would recommend whichever you use that you are consistent everywhere you type that in. Contact methods to show on the website. So where this is going to come in is on your contact form. Now my contact form is kind of smaller because I'm not a selling agent. Wow, that's a really large picture. So here we have information over here. They're going to input their information, maybe get in touch, maybe a message here. And you'll see here my preferred methods of contact are email, phone, and text. And I have some additional, if they give their phone number, we can do Zoom or Google Duo. Now, we can only do those things. Video chat is used for pre-arranged appointments only. So that lets them know not to just send me something on the Zoom or on Google Duo. Like that is something that I have to set up with them. FaceTime, things like that could appear, but you'll see I don't have FaceTime here because I'm an Android. So I can't FaceTime them. So I've actually taken out Skype, WhatsApp, FaceTime, and you'll see that they don't show up. So it's not going to say, hey, Angie does Zoom and Google Duo, but she's not going to FaceTime you. It's just going to take them out. So I would say if you do not feel completely confident and comfortable even using Zoom, take it off. They're never going to know. They're just never going to know. The other thing that you'll see, so we've kind of gone through the right-hand side a little bit. To finish up the left-hand side, you'll see your website address will be here. Your CRM email will be here. I get a lot of questions about why do I have another email? What is this email for? Should I be giving it out to people? Your CRM email is your client relationship management email. It is the email that goes through your InTouch system. If someone were to reach out to you on your website, it's going to come into your website. It's going to go into InTouch, and it's going to come through this email. That just means that all of your messages up here, your internal things, they're coming through this particular email. When you send out your marketing, things like that, if someone responds, that's why it's important to read. You can see I haven't read my messages this morning, but it's important to read your email messages here. And then your external email would just be your CVMove or cbrealty.com email. Just a fun fact, if you have a cbmove.com email, you also have a CB Realty email. Those are the newer emails. They are the preferred email from the company. Eventually, we will transition over to them fully, but if I do email you at CB Realty and you have CB Move, you're still going to find it in your regular inbox. Your reply to email, that's going to be the email address that's used on your marketing pieces. So while we do have that CRM email, when I print out a flyer for my open house, that's probably not the email that I want to include. I want my CB Move or CB Realty email to be present, and that is where your external email comes in. So you can see you do have the option here. My reply to email on my out-facing marketing is my external email because it's on my business card. It's just the email that I check several times a day anyway. So I have that here. So it is, again, your choice. And then call to action can just be your slogan or a saying, depending on what you have. Mine's always just contact me, let's get moving. Your marketing address over here. So your marketing website here should match your website here. If you would like to double check that, you can go to the blue info bar at the top, that menu bar, and you can hit view site. What that's going to do is that's going to pop up your website in a different tab so that you can look at it. You can see that it works. For your marketing address, that is going to be your office address. So every time I do this, I do pick a different office to be. So we'll just go with this one. And I'm not an abbreviation person. If you want to abbreviate, that is perfectly fine. And if you've never gone in here before, you will see sometimes they give you those extra 4 digits for your zip code. You don't need those. You can take them out if you want. You want to have your realtor logo checked and your equal housing logo checked. I'm going to uncheck that because I am a referral agent, so I'm not a realtor, unfortunately. So that is the basics for all of your account information. From there, you're going to see underneath that we have some website information. Now, this can be a little confusing, so I'm going to try to make it as easy to understand as possible. For your website, you do have a bio summary, and if you hit the info bubble, it's basically just going to tell you what is a bio summary. Now, I think we all pretty much know what that is. It's just a short and sweet thing that's going to let people know your why. Why are people going to work with you? Your bio is the same thing. So your experience, your expertise, if you're new, or even if you're not, your services that you provide, and something about yourself. I think that is a very key component of any good professional bio, even if it's just a short and sweet statement that, when I'm not busy buying and selling real estate, I like to blah, blah, blah. It makes you a real person. It makes people connect with you. Now, I will tell you, there is a little caveat here. This full bio here is the bio that will appear on your About page. In future courses, we will find out, and I'm going to show you very quickly and then come back to this screen, that when we do dive in eventually into our website development and design, you're going to see there is an About page here. Now, I've renamed mine to Meet Angie, but there is an About page here as well. It gets a little confusing, but when you go to your About page, this particular page is going to be at the very bottom. So that's why it's immensely crucial that when we go in here, that we put our good professional bio here in this account page, it will be your bio here at the top of your about page. So it does get a little confusing. It would make more sense to my brain, at least, that when you're telling me in my website design that put my about and put my my bio in, that this is where it's going to pop up. I've met with lots of agents and say, but I put my bio there and I can't find it. It's because then it's down at the bottom. So you'll see here, this is where your bio is going to go. If you need any help, Design Concierge is excellent. They have professional copywriters and writers that can help you write a very good bio. I can also help you as well. I do have an English degree if you'd like me to check for any kind of grammar, punctuation, spelling, those types of things. And then down here on the bottom, we have some social media options. Now, you guys will probably get sick and tired of hearing me tell you that whenever any of our business pages asks for social media, for any of our account information, for our profiles, it does mean business social media. I'm not going to send someone to my personal profile on Facebook, although they may eventually become my Facebook friend because they're going to be my client. I'm going to have a great relationship with them. At first, they're just looking to connect with me on a business perspective. So I'm going to go ahead and include my business social media. Now you might be saying, I don't know what my business page is. You're able to go to any social media, just like this one right here is Facebook. So I'm going to go into my business page and I'm going to click on that business page. And then here you'll see I have my URL. So it's very easy to just go in and hit that copy button. When I'm in here editing, I'm adding Facebook. You can see there are a lot. Hey, if you have MySpace, it's still included. If you have a YouTube channel, I do believe the top are Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. That doesn't mean you can't do, I don't think Google Plus even exists anymore. That doesn't mean that you can't do Pinterest. It doesn't mean you can't do those things, but they're not as predominant. And then here we're going to save that, and you'll see it's going to take it just a moment to think, and now it has updated. Also, LinkedIn is a very big one that even if you don't post a lot, it's good to have a LinkedIn that is your professional resume. Here I have a Twitter, and then I have YouTube. If you decide that you want to add social media, you can do so. So let's say I want to add Instagram. Although Instagram is only for your phone, basically, just in case you didn't know, just a trick out there, you can actually go to Instagram. You can go through and actually like things, anything that you want to do. And here, let's make sure that I've gone to the correct one. There we go. So now I am on my business social media. And I can click there and hit copy, and just don't forget today's Boss's Day, so you can go into brand serve and you can get your brand serve tile. Shameless plug there. And then I'm just going to go in and paste that here, and I'm going to save, and now I have additional. I will show you, however, that when you go to your real estate website, you'll see that I added in Instagram. On the main page of your website, it's only going to show 4 of your social media. Right now, I'm showing LinkedIn, I'm showing Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm fine with that. That's completely okay with me. If I go to my About page, which again, I renamed as Meet Angie, you'll see that now I have all of my social media. So sometimes it's just a matter of rearranging. You'll see that the ones that are shown on the very first page of your website are the first 4. So if I wanted YouTube to show there instead of Twitter, I would just have to take it out, put them back in, a little workaround there just so that you know. And here I don't have to save anything. It's already saved in there. And when people go to my website, they can just click and they're able to get to that particular page. So that is your account information on the very first. But you'll see over here we do have under account Other than this page, we do have a menu bar. So we do want to be very thorough. Again, I only have to set this up once. It's a set it and forget it kind of thing. And I want to go to my office info. Now, the reason that this is very important is if you've never gone into this before, you will automatically be on Pacific time. I am unsure why that is. I've gone back and asked several times. They have nothing to say to me. So this is where I can go in and add my office information. I do want to add any suite or any additional information there. Here I have my postal code. I've taken out the last 4 digits if they're in there, and then my office phone. You'll see that for whatever reason it put my cell phone. I'm going to go ahead and add that. And again, if I use dots before, I'm going to use dots again or hyphens. If you want to include your fax number, you can. Just double check with your sales support administrator in your office, your SSA, to ensure you have the correct fax number. And then here's where we're going to switch this to Eastern time. This is essential only because if Susie Q sends me a message and I'm up here getting a message, or I've left myself a reminder to do something at noon on a particular day, I want to make sure that it's noon my time and not 3 hours behind me. So I'm going to hit save. And again, this is a one and done. Very easy to update that as well. The next is going to be my images. And in this particular case, this is where we're going to upload our profile photo. Now your profile, your professional profile, your professional photo, it should be the same photo everywhere I find you in a Coldwell Banker Realty capacity. If I found you on realtor.com and then I go to your Instagram for business or your Facebook for business, and I come to your website, I should be seeing the exact same photo. The reason for this is branding. Anyone that goes to my website can see this photo. I have a hat, I have huge earrings on, I have glasses, I have a purple background. You can go to any of my business sites and you will see the exact same photo. And what this is easy recognition. We don't know, there's lots of people out there. We want to make it as easy for them to notice us as possible. So here I have my photo. I also have my marketing logo. This marketing logo here is going to be represented on all of your emails, your flyers, your postcards, any marketing that you do through the system, all of your drip marketing campaigns. The reason that I like to point that out is because it does not explicitly tell you here, it needs to be blue. You'll see here when we go to update the logo, you do have a white version, and I will warn you, although these white versions are lovely and have that gray background, they do have a transparent background. So what happens is if you select a white logo here for marketing, you print out a flyer, a white logo on a white piece of paper is invisible. A white logo on your email with a white background is invisible. I'm not sure who decided to put the white version there, but please just check the one that you like the most from the blue options. And again, any that you select are correct. The greatest thing about our newer logo here is that it's digital and we're able to select. So they are all compliant with real estate law. They are recognized. All of them are correct. Also here you have an option for your office. Now, what they would like you to do here is to include your office information, your office photo, and generally where that's going to be found is on your About page at the very bottom. So you'll see here, I have my Bitmoji just so that it's very, very easy to see where that does come up. And here I have my Bitmoji. This is a great opportunity to have a photo of my office. Maybe I want to talk about a little bit about my office, why I'm with Coldwell Banker. So this would be the why. And if you want to go into Moxie and find that information and copy and paste, you could do that as well. If you have writer's block, just a great opportunity to let people know why you're with Coldwell Banker, because being with Coldwell Banker actually strengthens our value proposition as agents. We work for the #1 real estate brokerage in the world, not just the country, but in the world. The only real estate company, I believe, that has its own marketing department, its own education department, all again to make us the best agents out in the market. Also here we have activity alerts. And I'm sorry, I didn't show you. You can just easily click upload photo, select your file, find that from you can see here I have all my brand serve stuff here. You can select it and then hit upload, and that will pop up for you. One just personal request that I have of you: please do not use a selfie. This is used to sell yourself, to promote your business. So we do want to make sure that it is professional. Mine could probably use a little bit of an update. It's a little bit close. But again, I digress. So over here, we do have activity alerts. You can see that I have all of mine checked. So what does this mean? Get notified immediately about contact activity. So you can, this will alert you, you're the recipient, to receive texts or emails with links that enable log into your account automatically. They do not add anyone you don't want to give full access to your account. So right here, I have my information only. If your mobile number is unsubscribed, you can text start to that number to begin receiving the alerts. And I do also recommend getting the mobile app. So I have the mobile app. It is the market leader app. It has a little swoosh. It has an ML on the icon for the app. You would be an existing customer. We'll get into that in a moment, and you can connect it. The beauty of this is if anyone is in my contacts and they go to my website and they sign in, I get something that pops up on my phone. I can get an alert if I get a new contact, if someone's browsing on my website, if somebody went in and updated their info, maybe I got a new message, or non-contact even messaged me through my website, or I got a new testimonial. The reason that all of this is essential is because you guys are busy. You're busy. You're buying and selling homes. You're working with clients. So it's important that as I'm out and about, I get this information. I know to check it when I get back to the office. I do have my CV Move email here. I also have my text alert phone, my cell phone number here. And again, the mobile app, if you want to receive mobile notifications right to your phone, again, you can get the mobile app. Again, we'll get into that in just a moment. Very, very easy to download. I also have this checked off, a daily activity, receive a morning to-do list, a list of people to contact that were on your website the past day, if they were in there tooling around. Sure, please send that to me. Make my job a little bit more efficient, a little bit easier. And then here again, we do have that mobile app, getting right to your phone or tablet. You can go here to get your authorization PIN. There's also a tab over here in this menu bar that also allows you to get there. And if you want to get to that, you can click there. Again, you'll see that this is highlighted. We are on that mobile page. You can manage through your App Store or Google Play if you're an iPhone or an Android. Generate your PIN. Once you've downloaded the, let's say that you generated the PIN and your phone is slow like mine is because it's 4 years old, and you're waiting. This is only valid for 3 minutes, but don't worry, I can always click this button and get a new PIN when my phone catches up to me. So here, you're gonna put your PIN in. You are gonna say that you are an existing customer. You're gonna put your PIN in, and immediately you can start using the app. You can get your InTouch, you can get into your contacts, you can get into all this stuff directly on your phone or your tablet, depending on what device you're on. We also have, after activity alerts, you're going to see the status setup. Now with status setup, you're going to see all these little buttons here. Where that comes into play, and we'll come back to the screen in just a moment, but where that's going to come into play is this contacts bar here. When you first come into your system, you're going to see, and you're going to be able to juggle a little bit easier, make it just a little bit easier how many people are new. I've changed my made contact to how many people I have to make contact with this week. If I have some hot, some warm, some cold, some pending, some sold, I did take the trash out. And then you can also click on that particular button, and that's going to take you right back to this particular screen that we were just at. You don't want to change any lead router leads to custom statuses, but you can definitely change these. Maybe I don't want to show that in that pipeline on that home page. I can move them around into the order I would like them. I can change the color as I see fit. I can edit what they say. So I've changed my made contact to make contact. And you do want to keep this short and sweet so that you can read it easily on your mobile device as well. And I can add a status over here if I choose to as well. And you'll see I also have trash down here. I just didn't show it in my pipeline. So it's not required to have everything. And again, these are found on your dashboard widget. So basically that home screen, you're going to see that at the top. And you can very easily go in and search for those people. So again, just to show you when we come in, I can click on the number and I can easily pull up those particular people, and they may be the people that I need to make contact with this week. I'm not going to make contact with you, Sandy, because we talk frequently. So I'm just going to hit the backspace, the back button a few times to get back where we were. And again, you'll see over here on this menu bar, we've done settings, office info, my images, activity alerts, status setup, and the MLS setup. So this one right here is going to be a little different for me than it is for you. You can see they deactivated mine. I'm not a selling agent. I tried to get in there and it didn't work. But for you, it should be very easy. You're simply going to go in and add your MLS feed. You are going to click on the Bright MLS. Once you have added that, and I do have instructions on my website, but you're going to go into the Bright MLS. You're going to go ahead and log in as you normally would. Once you get into the MLS, you will click on your bright orange name in the upper right-hand corner. And this is something that as an agent, you do have to do this yourself. We're not permitted on an office level to do this for you. That is a rule of the MLS. You might say, well, as I'm doing this, what is an IDX? So an IDX is an Internet Data Exchange. It just means that we can take all the good information that's on the multiple list service in the system, and we can take that and put it on our website, so that if someone were to go to your website and type in 21204, they're going to find things in that house and zip code that are for sale, that are pending. They're going to see real, live, current information. I say that specifically because even though Zillow is now a broker, those estimates and sometimes that off-market information just, it kills me. So I love for people to go to my website. I want them to register. I want to get their information. I want them to work with me. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my name here, and I'm going to click Account and Settings. Once I click on Account and Settings, you're going to see all of the different things for your particular subscription in Bright MLS. We're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, but I do believe they're usually all the same, and we're going to look at that IDX and VAL licensing request. In doing that, you're going to see this page here, and your vendor name is going to be Constellation. I'm going to start typing in Constellation, and you're going to see it's going to pop up here for me. Constellation Web Solutions are Constel 1. And then my website URL. And if you're stuck here, just remember that we can go to that InTouch page. We can hit that website. We can hit View Site. And in doing so, we can just simply copy that particular website. And we can go back in here. Let's delete some of these so we can get back where we were. And we can just paste that in. And then we're going to submit. I'm not going to submit because, again, they're going to come back and tell me, no, can't do that. So you'll see here they finally, because some of us have called and yelled at them profusely, may or may not have been me. Pricing for an individual product website is $10 per month. If you have 2 or more websites, it's $12.50 per month. If you have enterprise, which we don't have all of that because it's a brokerage, it's $500 per year, $10 per month. So I've had agents say, well, I don't want to spend $10 a month. To that, I would ask you, what is the purpose of your website? If you were to go to my website right now, and we're actually going to just do that, I'm going to show you live and in person what your website's going to look like if you do not have an IDX set up. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to search for Joppa because you know that's where I'm always going to search. And what's going to pop up now on the right-hand side are 3 houses. 3. I can guarantee you there are more houses than that for sale in my neighborhoods. Now I can see that Pamela out of the Harford County Regional Office has this listed. As a consumer, I may think that I need to call Pamela to buy this house. I might leave your website and go look for Pamela on the internet. Same thing with Robert, same thing with Dylan. Now you'll see I have a Harford County Regional Office and a Towson office here. I also have the Real Estate Center, and that's Century 21. What your website's going to automatically pull here is Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate, Century 21, Coldwell Banker, and ERA, because Realogy, who owns Coldwell Banker, also owns all of these companies. So because we're owned by the same company, we can share information. So it does give me some additional information to share there. And they can go through and they can look at this any other way that they would look on your website. They can see any of the pictures that the particular listing agent had uploaded. They can get all of the information. Now, granted, your information is here. Your contact information is here. But again, the only thing we were able to see are these 3 properties. So I will show you, if we go to Sandy's website, she does have an IDX set up. We're going to go ahead and put in Joppa, and we're going to see what kind of value this presents to our website and our business. Now I can go in and I can see all of these properties. So see, I was only giving you 3 before. Now I'm giving you every single property in the 21085 zip code that is currently on the market, available, or could even possibly be pending. But what happens now is someone comes in and they say, oh, wow, this is a beautiful house. I love this. Oh, look, I actually know this house. So they go through and they're like, man, this is great. I want to favor this. Or they click off of this property and they click on the next one, and it's going to ask them to create a free account. In creating an account, the consumer can get access to the market analysis, the demographic information, insider tips in Joppa. Registration is free. We don't sell your info. It also lets them know that they're agreeing that you can contact them by automated means, drip marketing, text message, phone. You can access without giving a phone number. But the money part here is register with Facebook. They're logged into Facebook. They can click this button. They can log right in. Now I can't do that because I think I'm already signed up for Sandy's with Facebook. When they complete it, they'll be able to get in and look at market trends, research communities on your website, get real-time updates. If they don't want property details, they can start over, and that's just going to take them right back to the beginning. We don't want looky-loos. We want people that are serious about real estate. So again, you can add that MLS feed. If you have any additional questions about IDX, I do have under welcome new agents. Even if you're not new, maybe you haven't set it up yet, there is a how to set up IDX on my website. It is going to go through, again, what the IDX is, that umbrella term, so all the policy standards and software to take that information off of your MLS and put it onto your website. If you are a nerd like I am and you want more information, you can click here, and that's going to send you to an explanation for beginners. Brief history of IDX. How does it work? What are the rules and regulations? What does it do for my business? So 44% of all buyers search online for property listings as the first stage of their journey. So if you're not incorporating listings onto your website via the IDX, you are at a disadvantage to those who do display the listings. And again, that's not coming from Coldwell Banker. That is just an industry norm. So just to let you know, that is on there. The MLS will, I believe, lump that $10 a month into your quarterly dues. I will tell you from my personal experience, sorry if you've heard this before, it's the best $10 a month you will ever spend on your business. It just gives you the opportunity to give your website to someone, hand them your business card and say, you can look for anything you want, just register on my website. The other bonus, when I go to Sandy's website and I register and I start looking at things, Sandy can go back into her contacts, she can pull me up and she can see the things that I'm favoring. If you're pro, you can see everything that people are looking at. You can see what people are doing, and that improves your lead gen as well. Moving on with our sidebar menu here, we do have our orders here. If you place any orders through the system, you'll see here I have my free monthly newsletter. If I have any others, I'm not a CPA. You do not want me near your taxes, your money, or numbers in general. I have zero math brain, but I would suggest that you would print out any receipts that you have, give them to your tax advisor, person that does your taxes, to find out what you may or may not be able to write off in your taxes, for your taxes. Also billing and shipping. So you can, any monthly subscriptions that you have, any prepaid campaigns, if you set up, let's say a holiday postcard campaign, you're going to have that information here. You can see I don't have anything. Your payment information, your shipping address for your office or your home. I can also add another shipping address here. I can add my home if I want, not a PO box, but any other address will work. You can save multiple payment methods as well, but there will be only one default payment. And of course, we've already gone over mobile. And then another piece that gets very overlooked on this site is your email signature. So we know that sometimes that can be a little complicated, a little overwhelming. I do have one on my website under marketing, the email signature tab. I will add my own tutorial as well. You just want to copy from the bottom up. You can go in very easily and just paste that in there. And then you just want to go through and you just want to update to your information. I don't have any of these, so I'm just going to get rid of them. I'm going to edit my office information. Maybe I want to take that fax out entirely. I'm going to put my cell phone, my office phone. I can take the license out if I don't want it. My email and my website. And then I need to add a photo. If you would like the logo here, it is complicated and easy at the same time. For those that feel that they would like to add it, I will show you quickly how to do that. It is also something we can do in a one-on-one appointment. It will require you to go to postimages.org, and then here you're going to see choose images. You're going to want to look for that particular logo. It should be saved somewhere on your computer where you know where to find it. You'll see here I have it in a folder, in a folder, in a folder. But here I'm just going to use that nice blue flat digital. And you can find these in Brand Service, something I can help you access. And here I'm just going to say that I want the direct link. I'm going to go ahead and hit this button, which is going to copy this weird looking code. Once I have that very weird looking code, wherever I would like to place that logo in my signature, I'm just going to put it right here. I'm going to go ahead and click on the mountain and the sun, that little picture thing here, and you'll see it's going to ask me for a source. And this can be very confusing if you've never used this before. And this is where we can just paste that source there and hit save. You'll see it's large and in charge, and I'm just going to take those little squares in the corner, and with my mouse, I'm just going to make it smaller so that it fits. I also want to make sure for brand awareness that I do have my force field around it. So we always have to have, in conjunction with the logo, about a half inch or a half, whatever, however it's spaced. We do have to have that little force field of space around it. Nothing can be right on top of it. I do have this, so I can go in if I want to maybe make that a little bit smaller if I want to. I have had a couple of agents say, hey, I'm going to take it and I'm going to do that with it, and then just hit save. That just means now when I come out, this is the, and you'll see I have my own in here, but this is it's going to look exactly the same that it does coming from my phone, coming from Office 365, wherever I'm emailing, they're going to get this. And this is really crucial, simply because when someone emails you, the system will respond to them. If someone registers, the system will automatically send them an email. We want to make sure that we're compliant with that. We want to make sure that we have all the information that we need to have, our name, our title, our real estate brokerage name written out in full. So we do have to have Coldwell Banker Realty. Because I'm with the company, they want me to have Coldwell Banker. But as an agent, I do have to have Coldwell Banker Realty because it's written on my license. We went over that a little earlier. And then also with this, we want to make sure that we do have our phone number. Now, we know the rule with the real estate commission. If I have my own phone number, it could be a home number, a cell phone number, a direct line, a home office, any number at all, or an email address or my website, I must have the labeled identified phone number of my broker. So here that O colon is sufficient right there. You can include that. It's not a problem as long as it's labeled. You just want to make sure that if a consumer were to look at this and be like, oh yeah, this is the office number. If they need to call your office, they don't want to call you first, they're able to do so. You also have email quick text options. So you'll see here, email quick text. I have a few that are in here. How are you doing? If I click on that, it's going to autofill this information. Now, I probably should go back and reformat this, but it's going to fill out this information in an email for me. I have several that are in here. Why get pre-approved? If it's something that I find that I'm messaging people frequently, I want to just have a quick text. When you pull up your quick text, and here you can see again, I need to go through and probably change the font of that or something. But here you'll see there's a merge button. Now, these aren't going to work in an email necessarily. They'll only work up here on the title, but you will see over here a quick text button when you open your email. If you're looking for content ideas, they do have some excellent contact ideas here. Don't be afraid to go in and copy and paste. My recommendation is I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste it maybe in Word, change the font, change the size, then copy and paste it here. And the reason for that is you will see, how are you doing? I just copied and pasted it, and it's kind of wonky. So just know that that's here for you if you want to use quick text. It's not, you don't have to use it if you don't want to, but it is there for you. And then we do have some templates. So remember, I did say that if someone registers on your website, the system will automatically send them a welcome email. The very next day, the system will also send them a follow-up email, and then the system will allow you to take over personally. So what do these welcome emails say? You can see that I have changed mine entirely because I'm a marketing person and not a selling agent. So mine's going to be a lot different than yours. The main thing I want to tell you here is you want to customize, not personalize. I never want to add someone's name. I never want to add a place of doing business because I don't know who this is going to. I would hate to say, hey, I'm your Harford County expert, and then someone comes in and they live in Cecil County or vice versa. So you definitely want to customize. It's very broad. It could go to any person in work. If they register on your website, they will automatically receive this email. You can also preview. And you can see exactly what that's going to look like. And here you can see I have that really nice signature at the bottom. If I've manually entered someone in, there is a little check mark that I can use, a little button that I can check off to have some more information. Again, mine is kind of very basic. I'll usually go in and tailor it a little more to them. Initial contact wizard. This is the email that comes out the next day. You can view the default here for any of these. If you need to go through and view the default, you can. You could also preview. Again, that email, any of these, you can preview to see what that's going to look like. If you're pro, you have some more options. And then down here, they have the marketing outreach automation. So staying in touch with your sphere, again, we know that that increases our business. So sometimes they're going to give them, they're going to give you automation tools. So your monthly real estate letter, those kind of things, your monthly newsletter, I just say, yes, do the work for me. Put that stuff in there. If you're pro, you have some other options there as well that you can go over. And you'll see that that is mainly everything in our menu bar. And then there are integrations. So once we've gotten our account cohesive and correct and compliant, we're going to go into integrations, and this is where you are able to integrate your Office 365. You're able to, if you have Gmail and you want to drive all those people in, you'll see I don't have that available because I have checked off Office 365. But what that's going to do, and if you don't see something you're needing, contact them, let them know. Maybe your Zillow, if you're a Premier agent, Dotloop. But down here, if you're paying for leads, so I've used Bold Leads, Listing to Leads, I've used Dot Signal, I've used Homes.com, I've used HomeSnap, all of those things. You can take those and integrate them. So instead of going into Bold Leads, getting your leads, downloading them, exporting them, importing them into the CRM, they're just going to come in one place, because that is the most efficient way to do it. So you can simplify your business, get all of your leads in one place, add your email address to your account. So if I'm in Bold Leads, I do have to make sure that my CB InTouch CRM email is in that account. Again, if you need any help with this, please reach out to me. I'm here to help you set it up. You can also hit the Learn More button, and it's going to go into a lot more detail on how to get that CRM email and everything, how to get your Zillow, Trulia leads, lead engagement, leads from other sources. There are some great resources in here to help you with your business. Again, they're not all Coldwell Banker, but this is going to show you how to use your InTouch. Here's just a simple 15-minute video on how to engage leads. So with that, we've gone through all of our account information, our email settings, our integrations. You can upgrade your account to Pro here. I do believe that's $175 per year. And other than that, there's one other thing that I'd really like to show you. I know we're running low on time, but I am going to jump out and jump into an agent account because I don't have this particular capability. So Sandy's going to be my guinea pig as usual. And we're going to go into Sandy's account. I'm going to show you something else that you also can do to boost your business. Maybe you don't have a lot of listings, maybe you do, but maybe you want to have some additional marketing at your fingertips. When to go in, you can go straight into this listing tab here on the top blue menu bar. Once I click on listings, it's going to say market my listings or search all listings. Now, it is kind of a misnomer. It says market my listings. Even if you don't have any current listings, still click that button. It is going to help you market your own listings in addition to listings in your office. We can see here we have a pending. We can create a single property website if we're pro. If we're doing listing concierge, we already have that. We could feature this property on our website, showcase it in a marketing email, share it to Facebook, LinkedIn. Not too sure if people use Craigslist anymore. Or I can email it to any contacts looking for a home like this one, or anybody that I add manually. Now, let's say I don't have any listings, or maybe I only have this one listing and I want to send out some more information. Under Show, click that drop-down menu and you will see my office's listings. Now, you can also do your sold properties, any custom properties. but here we have all of the listings in Sandy's office. So when you connect to the IDX, it will ask you to put in your information for your MLS ID and your office ID. Those are things I can help you with. It is going to connect you to your office. And this is where you can go through and say, yes, I want to showcase this on a marketing email. So what does that mean? You do have the option in sending out emails and some drip market campaigns to have the system pull up round robin randomly 3 different properties. I like to have control on my marketing, so I like to say what the system can choose, what group of properties can they choose from. I'm a little particular. I only choose things that have professional photography because I use professional photography. But I might say, yes, I want to showcase this beautiful home on a marketing email. Maybe I also want to feature this property on my website. If I feature this property on my website, let's go to Sandy's website. You will see as you scroll down, you will have the capability to add featured properties on your main website. These are featured properties. Now Sandy looks like she has a whole load of listings. We can see all the featured listings. It does say active. Now we know the MLS considers it active, pending, active under contract. They're all active until they're settled in the MLS. But they can go through, people can heart the ones that they like. And now Sandy looks like she has 4 listings. Nowhere has Sandy said, look at my listings. Look at things that I have listed. You don't need anyone's permission to choose the listings in your office to feature on your website. You don't need any permission to showcase on your marketing email. However, I will say this, if I would like to share on Facebook or LinkedIn, I will probably contact the agent and get their permission just to make sure they're okay with it. We have had instances where the seller's known more than one agent and said, hey, we just went under contract and Susie Q just shared my listing. Did something happen? They're panicked. And the listing agent had no idea that Susie Q had shared it. So just a professional courtesy there, just a suggestion. But we can go to Facebook. Let's say Greg says, yes, get this thing sold. We can click on Facebook. By clicking that button, I am already on Facebook on the computer. I do want to make sure that I click the button to share on a page that I manage. Again, I want to share this on my professional page. I'm going to make sure that it's on my Coldwell Banker page. And then I can say, check out this beautiful property or I'm going to say home. That's probably better. Home for sale in Perry Hall. Contact me today to schedule your private tour. Something like that, because again, I can show them anything on the market. I want them to know that I can show them this property. When they click on this, it's going to send them to my website where they will be prompted if they click on other things to register. They're going to have to contact me. They have all of my information, and I'm going to post to Facebook. In doing that, you guys already know what's coming next. I'm going to go to Facebook. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to make sure that it looks good, just in case. Every once in a while, Facebook does its own thing. So I'm going to go to my page. I'm going to go to my marketing page. The other reason I do this is in case I forgot and I shared it on my personal profile, I probably want to make sure it's on my business. And here it is. So it's going to have my information on it. So Sandy, people are going to click on your website. Happy birthday. So check out this beautiful home for sale. And again, somebody clicks on it. They're going to go to your website. They're going to get the information. They can request more info. They can see some other houses maybe that are like it in the area. All of your information is here. Down on the very bottom, to be compliant, it will say that Coldwell Banker has listed it. Hey, that does, they're still gonna think that it's mine. But again, you can go through and find some different things, and that's going to give you content for social media. Again, reach out to the agent, ask them if it's okay if you share it, just in case they're busy signing a contract at that moment. Mary Driver has always told me to say to everyone in every class, if you see any listings for Mary Driver, you may share them 100 times. So most agents aren't going to mind, just in case you find one that does. So that's your account information in pieces, just a little snippet of how to go in and make your account robust and complete and full, and also kind of a way to get some additional featured listings on your website as well. So this is just a small in pieces kind of segment, because I know that InTouch itself can be seriously overwhelming because there are so many pieces to it. This is just kind of the beginning piece. And I would say, if you have some time this week, dive into your account, dive into your listings, meet with your field marketing specialist. We are here to help you one-on-one. You do not pay us. We are provided by the company to add value to your business, to help you to be confident, learn the tools that are here to help you sell more houses, make more money, and work more efficiently. I know I sound like a Coldwell Banker commercial, but I do believe in the products. And again, we are here to help you from your perspective, what you need. And then next week, we're going to dive into, I believe, adding some contacts, adding some groups. And then from there, we're going to set up drip marketing. So we're going to do all of these things in little short chunks, little segments, so they're a little bit easier to do. When I go into InTouch and I see all the things, sometimes I do absolutely nothing because it's very overwhelming. But these short things this week, work on your account settings, work on getting that signature in there. And again, if you get stuck, please reach out to your field marketing specialist. Again, we are here to help you any way, shape, or form that you need. So thank you so much for attending. I do have a short list of everyone who is currently in the session. You will receive a recording of this session. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. And hopefully I will see you next week as we continue with InTouch in pieces. And again, we'll move on and learn some other things, adding contacts and groups and importing. That way it's a little easier to digest and a little easier to get it up and running. So for that, until I see you in the next one, have a wonderful day and stay safe.